Thelma, that beer goes through you, doesn't it? Hey, Thelma, come and have a look. Look at this chap across the road. Number 27. He's sitting up in bed drinking champagne. Cheeky devil. He's got a bird with him. Oh, she's funny. Oh, she's big. You don't get many of them to a pound, I'll bet. She's lovely. Oh, she's taking her coat off. She's got a nightdress on underneath. Oh, be prepared, eh, Thelma? It's a red one, the same colour as that one I bought you for Christmas. Thelma! Come back, Thelma! Come!
Yes, it's the Benny Hill Show!
ladies and gentlemen, for some more of those awful moments of television when things don't go quite...
I'll kill that bloody cat.
I'd reached the age of 14 and I hadn't started courting, and my mum was getting worried about me. She says, Dad, it's time you told him all about the birds and bees. He says, the birds and bees, and he sat me on his knee. He says, now, remember Uncle Joe at that picnic a while ago where we went off into the woods with Auntie Pat? And how I chased old Riley's daughter, and what happened when I caught her? I said, yeah. He said, well, birds and bees does that. Dad works very hard indeed. Well, he got 10 kids to feed. Well, 10 and 7 nights to be precise. And we all wear hand-me-downs. And as I am the youngest and the others are all girls, it ain't very nice. Dad says, it's time that you got wed. I says, I'd rather drop down dead. He says, now, how about old Maud from Itley Down? I says, Maud, not bloody likely. She'd been had by all the chaps in Itley. He said, well, Itley's really quite a little town. He says, you've got to get a wife. You can't go on enjoying life, or folks will think you're strange and start to frown. I says to him, now, look, why should I buy a book when there's a thriving lending library in the town? One day I found a friend. It was up by Badger's End. Little pigeon fell down at my feet. His feathers was flecked with red, and at first I thought he's dead, and then I knelt and I felt his little heart still beat. I cupped him in my hands and I ran home to my mam, and she said, son, I'm as proud of you as I can be. You're thoughtful and you're kind and you've got a gentle mind, and that'll do a treat for your old father's teeth. I says, you shall not touch my bird. And without another word, I took him in my room and I shut the door, and then I bathed him and I warmed him and I nursed him back to health, because you see, I'd never really had a friend before. I taught him little tricks, like playing dead and picking up sticks, and the village girls, they brought birdseed every day. Dad, you can't come in, I chat, or my birdie will fly out. But of course, I let the village girls all stay. Oh, there was Mabel from the stable and Mary from the dairy. We had a visit from our beauty queen. And that great big Betty Mavery. And she got her own aviary. Well, she got the biggest parakeets I've ever seen. Dad says you ought to let him go. The mum, she says, oh, no, you just want to get some shooting practice in. But the vicar says, my son, it really isn't done, and to lock up a wild thing, well, that's a sin. One morning, when it was all still, I took him up to Badger's Hill. I lost the only little friend I had that day. Not a word I said, I just kissed his little head, and I opened my hands, and I watched him fly away. He circled up and round, and then he settled on the ground, and off he went straight up to the sky. And then I looked, and I could see he was flying back to me. And then he swooped, and then he popped right in my eye. I thought, that's bloody rude. And cool, there's gratitude. I hope they never cross a pigeon with a cow. And Dad says, here, there's a caper, I'll go get a bit of paper. I says, don't be daft, he's miles away by now. Dad says, I know you lost a friend, but it's really not the end. You'll be married and have your family of your own quite soon. Well, I never said a word. But you see, that little bird had lured 18 little ravers up to my room. So if anyone's got a spare cockatoo or an old crow they don't want, I'd be very much obliged, because, you know, I can put them to good use.
Here at the Assembly Rooms in Loganbury, it's time for the main bout of the evening between 2-Ton Grudge and Big Ben from Balham.
Ooh, ooh. Did you have a nice Christmas, Tom?
Great Christmas.
You look like you got a bit of hangover, mate.
I haven't I?
Ooh, ooh. You come round to supper tonight?
I'd love to. It's very kind of you. What are we going to have?
I thought we'd have some turkey and... stuffing.
Lovely.
You should see our Christmas tree, Tom. It's lovely, yeah? It's all hung with fairy lights. Here, look at that one in blue down there. Cool, that bird, I wouldn't half like to... Take her out.
Do you want me to throw you at her?
No, I might see something better, who knows?
All right.
Are you bringing Ethel?
Rather not, if you don't mind.
Has she been upsetting you again, Tom?
Yes, she has.
You know your trouble, don't you?
No.
Well, you're too soft. Hearted.
She's making my life a misery, Ben.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God! Oh. I don't know what's come over you, Tom. Honestly, Tom, I've never seen you like this before.
I think there's someone else.
Oh, that puts you in a very awkward position, doesn't it? Hey? You know your trouble, don't you?
No.
You're too easily hurt. It's your trouble, mate. You've got to get yourself straightened out.
She's making me a nervous wreck.
Yeah.
Just
I don't know why. I don't know why you bother with her. She's nothing to look at.
What do you mean she's good looking?
All right. She's good looking. Yeah, she's very attractive. Yeah.
I know why.
What?
You fancy her, don't
No,
you?
no, here.
You do?
No,
You've
no.
been after her a long
Tom,
time.
You're hurting. You're hurting.
Why is the bell picking?
We passed each other in the street today. The memories came back.
Like the first time that you came to lunch at my poor old mammy's shack.
She said, now tell me, can you guess what's for lunch today, my son? Well, I knew it was roly-poly pudding, 'cause she only had one stocking on. But those golden days are over, they're in the long gone by.
Nevermore will they return, no matter how we try. I went swimming in my birthday suit in the pond down by the weir. I saw you there, I said, go away.
But I pretended not to hear.
I said, if you don't go, I'll stay in the water till it gets dark.
I said, don't worry about me, ma'am. I just came to feed the shark.
But
Those golden days are over, they're in the long gone by. Nevermore will they return, no matter how we try. But it was just this morning that I again saw you.
But I was with my husband and several children too.
As I passed you in the street, oh, I smiled, for I could see what a big, fat, ugly crow you turned out to be. But those golden days are over, they're in the long gone by. Nevermore will they return, no matter how we try.
Thanks, Bob. Come on, Emma. Ladies and gentlemen, you may remember in the last series we showed you some of those moments on television when things, you know, go wrong. I would like to add this in no way reflects upon the technicians here at Thames Television, who have at all times done their very, very best and shown an efficiency which is quite remarkable in the field of entertainment.
Yes, and he was your bishop for how long?
For more years than I care to remember. But you know, I always remember you used to say to me, never forget, Reverend, hard cash doth not a soft heart make. And you know, I never forgot that.
Thank you, Reverend Feltry. Yes.
Never found out what the silly old twit meant.
I mean, stupid old thing. The last time he was in this building, he pinched my bum.
Can't say as I blame him.
Oh, now, look.
As soon as we're off, I shall pinch him myself.
Oh, you dirty thing.
Are you coming down?
Cut the sound! The sound! Cut! Oh, my God! Oh, my God!
Do you want...
What's that?
What?
Hold it! You know, we'll have to move that mic stand.
Was something wrong? I didn't see anything wrong myself with that. Was the band out of tune? Have you got any steps? Could you get the steps, John? John? But there's no steps here. Who are you expecting then, Jimmy Clitheroe? I can't get it out, it's no good. Stop the music. God, I've never had this trouble before on the BBC. I'm sorry about that, John. No, I thought you were going to pull it. You didn't pull it.
Zach, just a minute.
I say, why don't we stop in this evening and gorge ourselves on these adorable matchsticks?
Matchsticks, 97 sticks of sheer delight, as relaxed as the people who eat them. Oh, what is it, George?
Well, I can't help it, it's her. I think about her, innit? But soft, my love is here. My goddess there doth sit. Oh, that sweet face. Oh, those gentle arms in whose enfolding I would die 1,000 deaths. But soft, she speaks. Forgotten your bloody lines, you silly cow! God's sake! Didn't I say get Charlotte Rapp? Melody that haunts you night and day, just like the strain of a haunting refrain. She'll set upon a marathon and run around your brain. You can't forget. She's in
memory, my morning, night and noon. She will leave you and come back again. A pretty girl is just a pretty cue. A pretty girl is like a melody that calls you night and day, just like the string. Sorry, John. Just, could we do it again, John?
This was the right picture. I thought you might like to see it.
Hold it, George.
What?